guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video is gonna be something a little different that I've never done before, and it's gonna be using just one makeup brand, and that makeup brand today is gonna be Wet n Wild. And I do love a lot of their products. I use them almost daily, not daily, but when I do my makeup I use them a lot. This cushion foundation, for example, I've used this a lot and I love it. But I've usually, when I do my makeup, I just use products that are, you know, all over the map, like different brands for different everything. And I have to be honest, I don't have exactly everything that I need for this makeup look that I'm gonna do. For example, I don't have mascara and I don't have anything for my eyebrows, so we're gonna, you know, use something else. But for the most part, it's gonna be all Wet n Wild. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so I'm gonna start out with primer, and I'm using this jelly primer. This is something that I have used in the past. I've never seen a jelly primer from any other brand. I'm pretty sure there are some out there, but this is the first one that I've used. And let's go ahead and apply that to the face. I already added moisturizer as I always do, so let's add the primer all over. Oh my gosh, I look so pale. And I'm gonna be mixing, for the cushion foundation, I'm gonna be mixing these two. This is the honey beige, and then this is the buff beige. And I feel like I do this a lot of the times. I always, not always, but most of the time I mix my foundations because they're either too light on my skin or too dark. I can never find something that truly matches my skin tone. That's not always the case. I do have some that I use by themselves, but for the most part I do have to mix them. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these two. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my beauty sponge to do that. Alright, and then now I'm going to be using the Photo Focus concealer. This is in the color medium peach. And this foundation is going to give you a more dewy finish, which, you know, I don't really care for that. Even though I do enjoy this foundation, it really makes your skin look very healthy. It doesn't make it look oily. So I do like it, but my preference is to use a matte foundation because I want my makeup to look matte. That's just a preference that I have though. And then to contour my face, I am going to use another concealer. This is in the color Dark Cocoa. So I'm just going to apply it all over the perimeter of my face to darken that area. I'm going to set this whole thing up with the Wet n Wild mattifying powder. And one of the things I don't have from Wet n Wild is bronzer, so I'm going to be using this e.l.f. bronzer that I love. And for blush, I'm going to be using this color Icon. And what I don't like about some of the Wet n Wild products is that the name of the product is on the sticker that goes over the lid, so you don't open it at the store. But when I take the sticker off, obviously I throw it away, so it doesn't have a name on it. It doesn't have a name on the back of the pan. And I looked it up online, and it looks like this is the pearlescent pink blush. And that's what it looks like. has a hint of shimmer as well. Before I do the highlight, I'm going to go ahead and start with the eyes. And I do have a primer from Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I usually always use a concealer to prime my eyelids, but because I have this, I am going to use it. And this actually works pretty well. It's what, $4 or $5, I believe, and it does work very well. It makes the eyeshadow really stick to it. And I'm going to be using this palette right here. This is called the Not a Basic Peach. This one actually has the name on the back. And I did, why do I have trouble opening things? I did add the lightest shade on my lid just to set the primer. And now with my finger, I'm going to grab this very orangey peachy color right here. And I'm going to add that all over my lid as well. Oh. All over the lid like so. It doesn't need to be perfect because then I'm going to use a brush to blend everything. That is such a beautiful orange peachy gold iridescent. It has everything that I love. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. And then with a brush, I'm going to grab more of that color and blend it everywhere. Get right on the corners where my finger can't reach, because I have big sausage fingers. Just kidding, I don't. Oh my god. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Okay. And then with that same brush, I'm going to use this orange color right here and add that on the crease. Moving on, I'm going to use this darker orangey color right here with a different brush, and I'm going to apply that on the outer corner, just like so. I'm also going to be mixing that one with this brown right here very lightly, and I'm going to use a different brush. This is more like open, more fluffier, and this is from an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I really like this these kind of brushes to kind of smoke things out a little bit. So I'm going to be mixing those colors, and then on the back of my hand, tap tap tap, and then use whatever's left on the brush to blend everything. And then with the other side of that same brush, I'm going to be using those two same colors. I'm going to be mixing those colors and bring it down. And then blending again with the other side of the brush. And this will turn your look into a more smoky look. And if you feel like you lost the other colors, always go back and add more. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back with this orange right here and add it just right here. And with a clean brush, you guys know, or if you don't know, if you knew, this is one of my favorite brushes to blend everything out. A big fluffy brush like this, no color, nothing on it, just perfect to mix everything, blend it out, make it smoky, make it look all together. And then again with my finger, I'm grabbing the first eyeshadow that we used and adding it right here to make it pop. Then with a wet brush, I'm going to grab this gold right here and add it on the inner corner as my highlight. Like so. I need to stop saying that. I always say like so. So annoying, but I can't help it. A little advice on this palette, you guys, is that if you're using this palette, I would suggest you using or doing your eye makeup first and then do your foundation, because it does have a lot of kickback. I didn't add, or if you don't do that, if you already have your foundation on, you can always add a little bit of translucent powder under the eye. That way, if it gets on your face, if this gets on your face when you're applying it, you can easily swipe it away if you have powder. I didn't do it on this eye, but I did do it on this one, so that's just a little bit of a tip for you guys. Alright, so moving on with eyeliner, I'm going to be using a Milani Hooked on Espresso. This is a dark brown eyeliner, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my waterline. Alright, so moving on to mascara. I do have a Wet n Wild mascara. Unfortunately, I picked the wrong color because this is a purple mascara, and I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be adding fake eyelashes anyway, but I don't want to use purple. I really don't. So I'm going to be using the same mascara that I've been using lately. This is from Thrive Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply that. Alright guys, so now that I have my eyelashes on, I'm going to move on with the face, and I'm going to add highlighter. This is the, what is this called again? Hustle and Glow. One of my favorite highlighters, actually. It's so beautiful, and it's so pigmented too. Where is my brush? So I'm just going to grab some with the brush and highlight my face. Glow. see that glow? That is so beautiful. Some right here on my brow bone. And for lipstick, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is in the color Give Me Mocha. And I don't have a lip liner, so I'm going to use a Maybelline lip liner. And to finish everything off, I'm going to be using the Mega Glow Face Mist. Shake it well and spray it. Whoa. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I think the only things that I didn't have were the lip pencil that I used. This is Maybelline. The eyeliner was from Milani, and then the mascara, because I grabbed the wrong color, I had to use a different one. But everything else was Wet n Wild, and I really do like it. And these products too, they're drugstore products that you can find really anywhere. Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. So you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a glamorous look. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys on my next video, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Bye guys.